Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Disney Countdown Show. Welcome to Season 4. Danielle, who's over on the West Coast and is my amazing co-host. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're here right now?
Girl, I really wanted to come into this episode and just be like, Megan, I'm home. And just, this is so exciting. Like because during the time that we took this break, right? Me and you, we both moved.
Yes.
We're doing, so if y'all are watching this on the YouTube or you're watching this on Spotify, you can see that we're in different locations now. We have different backgrounds behind us, and these are going to change and move as we're slowly unpacking and we're slowly getting ourselves organized. And there's also a lot of stuff that's been announced with Disney as we're halfway to the holidays officially. We got a lot of stuff to cover, and we have some really exciting topics, I think, also that they're going to enjoy, including, should we be better about it in the first episode of season 4 and go ahead and tell them what
100%. I think top of the episode, we are not going to keep you in the dark for like 45 minutes like we did last season. Guys, this episode, we are counting down our top 5 Disney Parks attractions that we think should be movies. Okay, so things that should be entertainment, Disney entertainment from the attractions. This was something that we kind of brainstormed a little bit before season 4 and thought it was a really good countdown to begin the season with. So this is going to be fun. I am excited.
Exactly.
Yes, it's going to be a blast.
And all these attractions that we're picking, they are what we're calling original IPs, original intellectual properties that Disney has come up with and that has not been turned into movies yet. Don't worry, we will talk about that in the next episode of maybe intellectual properties or movies that we would like to see into attractions. So don't worry, we will cover all that, and this will be a really fun topic to discuss. And I don't know, we'll see what kind of ratatouilles we get on in this episode. It'll be really good.
I think there'll be a few, and I think a lot of other people have opinions as well. So very looking forward to it. Kicking off season 4. But of course, if you haven't done so yet, as we are back with our new season, please follow us on the social media at Disney Countdown Show. That's on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. We are Pod Disney on Twitter /the X. And of course, you can watch us and our beautiful smiling faces on YouTube to see the full episodes. And we also do have our personal socials as well. I am the magical millennial _. She is the dapper Danielle over on the East Coast. Mostly, she is coming over here in about a month for D23. Hello. Which we will get into.
You might be coming back over to my coast.
True, before that. Actually, yes. But just a couple weeks for Miss Tiana's Bayou adventure. So I really want to ride that. Like it's eating at me, seeing all these videos of people getting on the ride and enjoying it. So I will hopefully be over there very soon. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Gotta make those
Don't
plans.
worry. So again, we'll have more info and a lot more things to come here in the next coming episodes also. But a lot of y'all, while we were on our break, were still writing. You were still sending us reviews. You were still rating us over on Apple or on Spotify. On Spotify, you can just give us the stars. Over on Apple is where you actually like write out like, oh, so many stars, blah, 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 blah. And so we have a couple of those we got to get caught up on, Megan.
Yeah.
And a couple people have also sent us their reviews through Instagram if they were over on Spotify. So this very first one is from Amy J 2714, and it says happiest podcast on earth.
Aww.
I've been following Danielle and Megan since we prepped for our 2022 Walt Disney World trip, and I've been going to the park since 1995, and every trip has more memories than the last. Once I noticed the Disney Countdown was one of the new adventures for these two, I knew I had to listen. Finally, I caught up on the whole show.
Yay.
I actually worked backwards. Oh, okay. And the sidekicks countdowns have to be my favorite, just purely due to the happy humor and Jiminy Cicada
Our
reference.
mascot.
Oh,
Yes.
goodness. Y'all aren't going to let me live that
Never.
down.
Best thing ever.
best together. And then she goes on to say, if you need a quick mind getaway to the parks, this is the podcast for you. I love being able to listen on my commute to work with a almost 2-year-old and while doing house chores. Y'all are wonderful. The tips, tricks, and games and news of it all. Mondays are my happy days. Thanks to you both. Much love from Texas and hope to see you real soon.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello over there in Texas. Oh, that's amazing. We are so happy to help with your Mondays because, as we know, Mondays aren't always the greatest day of the week, but we're happy to be here on Monday mornings for you.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so nice. All right, well, this next one is from Hermione G90. She says, super fun and friendly hosts. I have been listening since around March of this year, and it is quickly becoming my favorite podcast. I'm always looking for more Disney content to fit into my life. Currently listening while planning my outfits and packing for my upcoming Walt Disney World trip with my bestie. 5 days and counting. Yay! Huge kudos to you both for being able to make any list because honestly, it's hard for me to pick favorite Disney things. I've attempted to make lists with y'all and I get too overwhelmed. I love you both so much and I hope to bump into you at the parks one day. Thank you both for being positive and fun and for spreading magic wherever you go. Oh, Hermione. Wow. That was really nice.
Yeah, the lists are hard for us.
They are tough.
We do it for y'all and we have to make hard choices.
We do. We really do. With a lot of these lists, it could be, I guess a little controversial within the Disney community. Sometimes we forget things like this gal did for, I think it was the soundtracks and completely forgetting Tangled.
Oh,
I just talked about that the other day with our producer, Danny, and I still can't believe I did that. But we do our best and we just try to bring in our Disney knowledge into it too. So thank you for listening though and making your list with us.
Yeah. And okay, now moving on to some fan messages that we have. And again, I pause real quick, y'all. Y'all left us a lot of messages. And so we're having to break them up across multiple episodes. So if you don't hear it right now in this episode, don't worry. It might be coming on later down the road. So just bear with us to the bare end. You can tell I'm getting excited for Country Bear Jamboree to reopen. Anyway, this one is from Justin on Instagram. It says, hi, Danielle and Megan. Love your podcast and all the reels and YouTube clips. Keep up the good work. I was wondering if you could answer a question or even send this request up the line with Disney Parks. Whoa, what kind of power do you think we have? But let's see if we can answer it. It says, why haven't they offered an updated album with all the parks' fun sounds, tracks, and attraction soundtracks? I have one from the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, and I have the albums for the original Fantasmic soundtrack for both Land and World. I'd love to have the same thing for the more recent shows, parades, and attractions.
Justin, love that question. Immediately what comes to the top of my head is that times have changed. I also,
that's the best way to put it.
Yes. I also love albums. I had Disney Parks albums for years when I was younger, and I loved listening to them over and over again. I still, to this day, the Old Space Mountain soundtrack from Disneyland is one of my favorite songs of all time from the parks. I do have that on, I think it's an old Disneyland attractions from the 90s. But so what they do have those songs, they are not offered on any sort of CD or album because just, the times have changed. They offer them on Spotify and Apple. You could go listen to them and search them, but I don't think they offer them on any sort of parks soundtrack.
Well, and even some of them you can't even play on Spotify. And a lot of that has to do with the copyright that's happening right now with a lot of these artists are singing these songs. For example, for copyrights on Enchantment, the female voice in the fireworks show during Disney World's 50th anniversary, she owned X amount of copyright for that song. And that's why you couldn't find it anywhere. Your video, if you recorded on YouTube, it got slashed, all this other type of stuff. You couldn't monetize off of it. Same thing for what is it? Luminous. Yeah. The Symphony of Us right now, the Heartbeat song, that artist has that copyright. And so Disney doesn't have full control over its music right now. And that's one of the many factors. There is a lot more to it, but that's kind of how to add to it. Simplest. For sure. The copyright, the ownership of music has gotten a little more complicated over the years too. So I think that's a part of it. I tell you, I try to search for
Heather Headley's version of her World of Color song in the finale, and I still to this day cannot find it anywhere. It's only on YouTube, and it's obviously like the live, someone recording World of Color. So I understand your frustration. I also would love an album at some point, but that's just millennial kids talking. That's at the 90s and 80s kids talking. Yeah. But good question. Thank you, Justin. All right.
Yeah.
So this next one is from Amanda on Instagram, and she says, "Hello, I've seen both of y'all's content for some time, but I just started listening to the show, and I've been jumping around on Spotify with the episodes. Today, I just listened to the episode where you counted down your top 5 Disney cues with Disney Dan. I just about started jumping up and down when Megan said that one of her favorite Disney IPs is Tron. Tron is one of my fave IPs as well, and it felt so good to have someone to relate to. I also cannot wait for the 3rd movie to come out next year. Keep up the good work, ladies." Yes, Amanda. Woo! Fellow Tron, babe.
Ooh.
I know. Tron is one of the best Disney IPs, and I am also extremely excited for the 3rd movie. So, yes, we got that in common. That was a fun episode to film, by the way, with Dan.
That was such a fun episode. And I ran into our friend Disney Dan since we filmed that episode. He was featured on the History Channel with How Walt Built America. And
Yes.
he was in 5 of the 6 episodes. And I got to go to one of the watch parties when he was down here visiting in Orlando. And it was an awesome time. It was so cool to seeing Disney Dan. So shout out to him. And we're going to have some other cool guests coming up later on in this season. I don't want to spoil anything because we're still working out details, but other cool people just like Disney Dan are on the way too. We actually do have a couple more fan messages I want to cover, but y'all left us so many messages during the break, during the time that we were off, and we have a lot more to get through. Some of these were sent to us months ago. So if you don't hear your message right now, don't worry about it. We probably will say it in a later episode. This one is from Ashley on Instagram. It says, "Hello, girls. I adore both of your content. I have followed you both on TikTok for years. I am not a podcast person. I have honestly never listened to one. However, when I saw my 2 favorite creators were teaming up, I had to listen, and I have not stopped. I have listened to at least 3 today. Wow. Love the Ratatouille so much. And I will say I was surprised neither of you chose Walt and Lily as your favorite couple. Keep on making the magic. I adore my magic host from coast to coast." Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Ashley. I believe.
And wait, didn't I mention Walt and Lily as like my number 2
It was your
favorite couple?
I believe was it number 2 or was it in your bonus? The bonus episode.
That's right. It was in the bonus episode as my number 10 or 11 because I was like, oh no, that'd be too much of a basic answer. But, Mickey and Minnie reflect Walt and Lily's relationship too. So that was my number 1 also. It's okay.
So it's very close. It's very close. Yes. And that for those of you who are new to the podcast, we do have bonus episodes that come out if you are a paid subscriber or a member of our Patreon, which we'll be getting into in just a moment. But yes, sometimes we do or actually most of the time we do 11 through 15, or if we do a top 5 list, it's our 10 through 6. So yeah, we have fun on the bonus episodes, but Walt and Lily, always a great couple. We love them so much. All right, our final message for this week. It is sort of a review. Gabrielle on Instagram says, 5-star review with 5 stars. After listening to a recent episode, I thought I'd send through a fan mail 5-star review. I've been listening to the show for close to a year now, and I'm a member of the Disney Countdown Patreon. Oh, speaking of, I discovered Megan's videos on TikTok a while back from this podcast, the lovely Danielle, as someone who lives far away from the world of Disney, little old New Zealand. Hi, New Zealand. I absolutely love getting my slice of Disney magic through the podcast, and it helps make my sessions on the treadmill a lot more fun. I absolutely love both your energy so much, and you complement each other perfectly. Danielle's Ratatouilles are my fave, and it's making me so hyped for my Disneyland trip in August this year. Would love any tips you have for someone who hasn't visited the park since 2015. Also, will absolutely come and say hi if I see Megan at the park. Love you guys. Oh, for sure, Gabrielle. Please come say hi if you see me in August. I'll be there quite a bit as that is when Halloween is starting and Pixar Fest is wrapping up.
During the time of D23.
D23?
There also.
Send us a message if that's the weekend you're there. Because then you can see both of us. But yes, oh my gosh, I appreciate that you're on the treadmill listening to us. That's very productive. Well done. Well done. And hello over to New Zealand.
To anybody that's listening to us, if you're at the gym and you're listening to myself and Megan's voice, just know we're so proud of you, honey. Keep working
really
off
are.
those Mickey premium bars and working off those Mickey pretzels, because I'm
got
not,
this.
but I'm proud of you.
Great job. Well done. Yes. And thank you guys again so much for the messages and the reviews. We really appreciate it. We got more for you on the next episode.
Yes. And now, Megan, while we've been gone, our Patreon family has still continued growing, which I am very, very thankful for.
Yes,
and
thank
so
you.
Shout out to our new Patreon family members. It is Ashley, Emily, Christy, Catherine, the Disney fan, Megan, Monica, Martha, and Bethany. Wow. Oh, I loved how the Megan, Monica, and Martha. So it's kind of like rhymed right there. That was great. Good job. I love that.
Which definitely a little name alliteration. We love the M names. And hello to my fellow Megan. But hello to everyone else too. Thank you so much. We have a lot of fun on the Patreon side of the Disney Countdown show. So thank you to everyone who joined even during the break. Really appreciate it. We actually did have a virtual hang, which we do monthly with our Patreons as well. We had that during June. And again, always such a fun time to chat with you guys and play some games, ask some questions, talk Disney. It's all a good time. And of course, like I was saying earlier, you do get access to our bonus episodes, which we have a lot of fun. You get a little more unfiltered on there. Danielle does her Ratatouilles even more. And so you do get access to that if you are a Patreon or also a paid subscriber as well. Yes.
And speaking of which, we also have a Discord channel too that you can be part of if you're a part of the Patreon. If you're familiar with Discord, we do have one channel that is open to the public if you want to go see what's going on over there. And then we do have some private channels also, or little chat sections that are only for DC33 and our other club hangouts. And then also, while we're here live recording our episode, our Patreon family is also hanging out. This is going to be for our pass holder level and our DC33 levels. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's correct.
But they are here typing away live in the chat. They're giving their opinions. They were making fun of us as we were having technical issues as we were getting this episode started, but it's all good. It's all good.
It wouldn't be a season premiere if there were any technical difficulties, as we were just saying. But hi guys, hello over there. Yes, you do get access if you want to see these filmed live. We do have our tiers to our Patreon. We got the Park Hopper, the Pass Holder, and the DC33, and those top two tiers will get you access to the live recording sessions. And if you're interested at all in joining the Patreon, that link is in our episode notes, or you can go to patreon.com and search Disney Countdown. But Danielle, we got lots to talk about, and I think we should get right into it. So a ton going on over there in Worlds. I'm gonna let you take it away with whatever you want to start with. Go for it, girl.
Well done. I'm getting my laundry list out, which most of you know if you
your
know
notes, your notebook
episodes. It's the sloth notebook. It just has a sloth on one of the pictures, and that's why it's called the sloth notebook. But my very first one is that Flavors of Florida, aka the Danielle's Sun Festival, aka Orangebird Festival, is going to be starting up as of, it just started July 1st through August 11th. And that's going to be over at Disney Springs, and it's Flavors of Florida is the technical name, but they have activities and like special things all dedicated to Orangebird. So I haven't gone and tested anything out just yet. It literally just started the other day. But I will be doing multiple food reviews. I will have a day entirely dedicated just to my son. I haven't decided if I need to bring back out my Dapper Day Disney Bound from like 2 years ago. I might need to go ahead and bring that back out of the closet for the whole fit. It's going to be a lot. So just be prepared over on the socials. And then I'll tell you about it here on the podcast.
It looks so cute, by the way. I have seen pictures, and of course I saw your stories on it, and it looks adorable. So I can't wait to see it for myself.
Dole Whip, and he's so cute, and I'm going to ride the Orangebird bus. It's going to be great.
Yay for Danielle's son at Disney Springs.
There's been a lot of stuff, and some of it's going to be like content that we have done and some content that we haven't done. One thing that we have done, I'm sure Megan, you saw this video, me and our friend Bippity Boppity Beard went and mourned the loss of the Nutella sandwich and the chicken sandwich over at Magic Kingdom the other day.
You know, I very much appreciated your funeral that you had for both those sandwiches. I'm not going to lie, the chicken sandwich was not my cup of tea. It was still a little spicy for me. At least when I had it, I couldn't finish it because it was too spicy. But the Nutella sandwich, we just had that. I know.
We did. We talked about it on a Disney content, the other page that me and Megan are a part of. We did a food review of it just a couple weeks ago. And then the audacity, they take it away from us and they replace it with a Mickey waffle, which shouldn't be a bummer, but it doesn't have the same vibe. It doesn't have enough Nutella. It doesn't have enough berries on it. You have to pay an extra $1 just to get fruit on it.
What? Oh, it's so disappointing. Oh my gosh. We were just there.
I think that's right. And I think that's everybody's issue is that if they replaced it with something that was of equal or greater value, people will be fine with it. But you can't, it's not like you can fold the Mickey waffle into a sandwich or else it just falls out of the ears. And
the texture, it's just different. It's different. Mickey waffles, okay, I like Mickey waffles, but that's not the same as a Nutella filled waffle sandwich with the fruit, which was a very important piece. That's just upsetting. Sorry, not sorry.
It made you feel like you were healthier, even if you weren't. Like,
correct.
You know what I mean?
It's still Nutella, you know, but yes, it made you feel like you were at least getting some vitamins or something in there too. Oh, man.
It was just girl mathing when it came to the Nutella waffle is really what it was.
We girl math our nutrition facts. Yes, that we do. Mm-hmm.
Well, and speaking of girl mathing, a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, going crazy over those interchangeable headband ears that originally premiered over in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We finally got them over here in Disney World. And as of right now, they are exclusive to Ever After, not jewelry. That's what my store used to be, is just Ever After over in Disney Springs. Jewelry officially closed earlier last month in June and has officially reopened. It opened on the same day as Tiana's Bayou Adventure on June 28th. And that is the exclusive location to get those interchangeable ears. I know our friend Blake made a comment just being like, rude. We didn't get a restock. Right? You guys have not gotten a restock over there.
No, nope, not at all.
I can neither confirm nor deny that according to my merchandise resources, we did steal your inventory.
You know, rude.
Sorry. I mean, we've gone through quite a few of them. I can guarantee you. But this is the one time where I'm not salty about it, because usually Disney World, we're forgotten about when it comes to merchandise. There's still a lot of stuff that is released over in Disneyland that has yet to make it over here to Disney World. And this one thing, I'm going to tell y'all, calm down. We'll both get a restock eventually, but let us have this one tiny little thing.
I'm all for it. I am so glad you guys finally got it. I'm still very surprised that they did not restock ours yet. I know that was at the beginning of Pixar Fest, so you know, it might come on maybe closer to the end of it, but I don't know if they're also, because I did see the Inside Out characters for, I think it was Hong Kong that got them for the same interchangeable ears. So I don't know, maybe they might bring those over, add some more characters. We definitely need a variety of characters for those, in my opinion.
Right.
Or some new ones.
It's not like we got a brand new character when it came to Walt Disney World. It's the exact same lineup that it released over in Disneyland too.
Right. Exact same thing. So it's not like we're missing out on a character. It's just you guys got it before, which is fair. We can't take seconds while you guys still haven't gotten it yet. Come on. It's only fair.
Right. Well,
it's fine.
Now that as of July 1st, Disney is officially in its last bit of the fiscal quarter before October 1st. This is when Disney's going to panic buy, and all of a sudden things are going to start popping back up. So I would not be surprised if the check has already been made and more inventory is on the way. So if you have not gotten a hold of these ears, y'all, calm down. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Isn't it fun, you guys, now that Danielle is with the mouse again, that we have inside information?
You know,
there's only certain things
that
She's gonna say I cannot confirm or deny, and that's fair. But now we just have a little bit more tea to talk about, which is great.
It adds more to the ratatouille. And in all honesty, y'all, I have not announced this on any other social medias. I have not put it on Instagram. I have not put it on TikTok. I know some of y'all have tagged me, congratulations, or you sent me messages over on social media saying congratulations on being rehired back by the mouse. I'm not going to put it officially out there. Mostly because I don't want my cast member friends hunting me down. But if you are a cast member and you're listening to the episode, that's totally fine. It's totally allowed. But this is a piece of information I have exclusive just to the podcast family right now. So y'all are very special.
Disney Countdown.
Special babies. I'm so proud of y'all. But yeah, so it's been good. And I will confirm that information is not because of my current role. I'll just say that.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. Yes. We
can't get
Danielle in trouble.
Right. Y'all don't be throwing me under the Disney bus. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The Orange Bird bus. Okay.
The Orange Bird bus. Me in slow-mo just being thrown in front of my Orange Bird bus and yelling, my son! And then you hear the dramatic opera music. As I'm dramatically
Lion
falling.
King.
That's all I picture.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. Oh, the stampede music as I'm falling dramatically backwards.
Right. No. Oh my gosh. Classic. Well, speaking of merch, because this actually relates to Disneyland also somehow, because we also got some of this. I think it's the same thing. Well, I don't think we got Bayou Adventure. No. We didn't get Bayou Adventure. I'm being silly. You got the Bayou Adventure merch, which is cute. We got new Tiana merch over in, why can I never remember her mother's name? Theodora's?
Eudora?
No, that's not right. It's, yes,
Eudora.
The store. Thank you. Oh my God. Sorry. The store in New Orleans Square, we got some ears, we got a Loungefly, we got some stuff. And I think we also got the Judy and Burke, but I can't confirm because I haven't been in a couple days. So, but new Tiana merch, super cute. Yeah.
It's something. We'll take it.
Something.
I mean, the Tiana merch I did see because I went on the first day of the opening day, all that other good stuff. That's when we actually filmed the crying Nutella video is when we filmed it, was on opening day of Tiana's. And people were so confused because we were walking in all black and I wanted to make it very clear that we were not part of the morning Splash Mountain people. And I yelled at Cole about this later on.
Were those there? Did those people, were they there? Or
Of course they were there.
Are you serious? Oh my word.
They weren't outside of the ride protesting, but they were wearing the Remember Splash Mountain shirts. And since we were in all black as we were recording this, I have my umbrella out. I look like I'm going to a wake. And I just wanted to make it very clear that we were not a part of these people. And when people were stopping and asking me questions or I was running into fans, I would clear up and be like, this is what I'm here for.
This is for
We're
a
gonna
video.
film a funny video. You're going to love it. I swear.
Yes. Completely not affiliated with whatever it's, whatever Splash people are doing. Yeah. Got to clear that up for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
That is so funny. I wonder if we're going to have that over here. We'll see. Well, you know what?
I don't know.
Probably. Well, we might get some.
Yeah.
I know the California, Florida vibe's a little different, but we'll see. We have yet to see an announcement, everybody, about anything about our Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So we'll keep you posted.
Well, you know what? I think before we get into that topic, let's go ahead and break down some Disney news.
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news.
That was great.
Anyway, thank you. Tiana's Bayou Adventure has officially opened at Walt Disney World as of June 28th. And I can confirm that the ride has gone down multiple times, but not as much as I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Good. I've heard that it goes down a lot.
She's
new. She's new here.
She's new, but she's also... This is the struggle when a lot of refurbs like this happen, y'all, is that they're taking a brand new concept, some brand new technology, but they don't want to replace all the new technology. They just want to replace as little as they possibly can while making the old stuff work. And most of the time, those systems don't communicate with each other. And that's kind of boils down to what's happening right now. So I'm hoping that by learning these lessons, they're like, oh no, we got to fix some stuff before we open up over in Disneyland. And I think that's what's happening right now.
Sorry, my dog's barking. Hang on one moment.
Oh, you're good. I was like, wait, was something happen? No. So yeah, they're working on a couple of things right now. And a lot of it, from what we understand, is like track related and the sensors along the track. From what I've been told, I could be totally wrong. But that's what I've been told as of right now. So hopefully they fix that before y'all get it over in Disneyland.
Okay. I slightly concerned about that as well. I mean, we have essentially the same systems. They were built around the same time. So that will be quite interesting to see. We don't have humidity. That is correct.
Technology sometimes likes to work with y'all a little bit better.
Splash, she went down not nearly as much as some other rides did. Like Big Thunder, Indy went down way more than her. So yeah, I have, I'm optimistic. I am so excited to actually see the ride for myself and get a little preview of what we can expect over in the West Coast. Can't wait. But I'm glad, everything's been good so far. The reception has been pretty good. So yeah, very happy about that. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
For sure. Oh, I just read our live chats message. Adam said, when I was talking about not being affiliated, he's like, it's like Mr. Incredible yelling at Buddy, I'm not affiliated with you.
I'm not affiliated with you.
That's how I felt.
Incredible. That's exactly right.
You're not affiliated with me.
Man. Okay, so we got dates for Christmas at Disney World, as well as a holiday merch preview. This is early. This is early.
No.
People are like, woo, I guess we gotta, I get it. I get that you have to get the merch out. You have at least get the previews out. I understand. We're now selling Halloween merch in Disneyland. Are you guys selling Halloween merch in World?
No. And I think it's usually because we receive our pallets and our boxes like a couple weeks, like a week or two after you. And there's a couple of updates that are happening. Again, you did not hear this from me. Again, I do not speak for the brand or for the company, but there are some updates that are currently happening with Disney's inventory system. And that's being affected right now also of how we're receiving some of the Halloween merchandise. But it will be happening just closer to the end of this month. I would not be surprised. They're selling out of so much merchandise right now, y'all, that's why the Halloween stuff is hitting the floor early, especially over in Disneyland, is because they have holes in their display and they need to put something out. That's why it's happening.
Yeah. Yep. I get that. I know lots of stuff is flying off the shelves.
We did hear over in Disneyland that Haunted Mansion Holiday will be opening.
Yeah. Hey, we are getting Haunted Mansion Holiday
season.
I know. I was completely confident that we were not going to be getting Haunted Mansion Holiday for the first time since its opening, but I was wrong, everybody, and I stand corrected. Haunted Mansion Holiday is going to be available virtual queue only for the holiday season, or at least for the time being. I don't know. Obviously, there's quite a few holiday months from August to January. So, but as far as I know, the entire time it will be virtual queue because there's so much work being done on the queue and around like Tiana's Palace, all that stuff. A lot of construction happening, even on the railroad and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's just a lot of walls right now. And I think that they were trying to mitigate the crowds over there because they won't have a lot of space. So that's why it is virtual queue only. We'll let you know. We'll be there opening day. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, it's just interesting that we have virtual queue for Haunted Mansion. But
I'm not surprised.
That's what they got to do.
Viewing it as like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, how we still have a virtual queue, and it's because there's so much demand for the attraction, and like there's a queue inside, but it's not that big. So because half of the courtyard still can be gone, it's just making that line a wee bit smaller, and your virtual queue's waiting for you while you're before you get on the ride.
Right. Yes. And in that sense, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, the Lightning Lane has not been said it's being offered. So you can't even purchase a Lightning Lane. That's as far as I know. Right. But so for those guests who are going for the holidays, Haunted Mansion Holiday is a very, very big attraction for that time. If you miss the virtual queue, I'm sorry, you won't be able to ride. So that's the kind of like the trade-off. Like it's here, but also if you miss it, like you can't ride. There's no other option, like no lightning lane or anything. So that's the give and take. But I am excited that it will at least be available and not completely closed.
Right.
Because that's a big, it would feel emptier if it was closed through the holidays, for sure. Yeah, it's a big one for us. So yay.
Well, and again, as we hear more things and as it reopens, y'all, we will let you know. We will keep you posted. And I'm sure Disney, what they're trying to do is like as parts of the queue get finished, they might try to slowly open it and let that line be bigger.
They might. Yeah, a little bit. I think they have a lot of work to do on that queue, man. As the last I saw it, a little sneak peek, it was all dirt. Nothing has been done. Ugh. So I know.
Concerning. Maybe they lost a contract.
I don't know. Something's happening. But speaking of Lightning Lane, that's changing. Obviously, Genie Plus is going away. Has it gone away already? Sorry, I don't buy Genie Plus. I don't pay attention to it too much.
It's going away July 27th. So this is something to
later this
prepare
month.
For if you're getting ready for your next trips. This is something to bear in mind. And for those that use Lightning Lane, basically think of it as reverting back to the 2019 version. Is what's happening. Yeah. If you're new to Disney culture or you're new to the Disney parks, that means nothing to you, and you're still going to have to relearn the system. But that's kind of the easiest point of making it, is that it's the 2019 version 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. You will get to book your 3 attractions in advance, but you will still have day of Lightning Lanes also that you could get. Is that a thing? Yeah, so that's an addition.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can still, so now 7 days in advance, if you're staying at a Disneyland or a Disney World hotel, you can make up to 3 pre-reservations. Now there's 2 differences. You can either choose the 3, which is a multi-pass, or a 1 option, like where you just do it 1 at a time. They haven't announced if there's going to be price point differences yet. We won't know that until July 27th. And what was the other thing that they said? Oh, if you are in the park and you want to buy any of this day of, or you're 7 to 3 days in advance, you can actually see what's available before you press purchase. That's the big
and that's a really important thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really
because so
important.
many people, especially during like Christmas Day or on Thanksgiving, like the really big holidays, people would go in the current system and they would go ahead and press buy and realize nothing's left available. Like
exactly
too late. So then you're having to go to guest relations, get your money back, say, I don't want this anymore. And really, this is just kind of alleviating guest relations. So that way, when you go in and you see that nothing's available and you still choose to purchase it, guest relations could be like, well, why'd you do that, my guy? And it'll help alleviate some of that wait time over there for GR.
Yeah, which is good. That's very good. It's a feature of the Max Pass that, was not free, but was an add-on option to your annual pass back in the day, pre-COVID, pre-Panini.
See, you guys had that other options where we didn't have those.
Oh, Max Pass was the best. I have been begging Disney to bring back a prepaid option for the longest time, and I don't think it's going to happen because they'll lose money that way. But please, something like the Max Pass, because yes, if you had the Max Pass, you could see all of the times that were available for the Fast Pass. And I guess later this month you will be able to do that, but it was frustrating with Genie Plus because I did buy it a few times that you could not see what was available because you had to buy it. You had to see the times. So glad that that's a factor. And also to clarify, y'all, nothing has changed in Disneyland. We do not have the pre-book options. That is only in World. Everything is the same. True. It's just the name has changed to Lightning Lanes and Genie Plus is bye-bye.
So that's something I was confused about on the description, is that like it was talking all about these changes. And then at the very bottom it said, however, Disneyland will continue to operate. And I was like, what do you mean Disneyland will continue to operate? I was so confused. So
the system is not changing.
Not have the pre-book?
Nope. No.
That's so dumb.
I mean, we did it. You guys had it. We did it for since ever, since Fast Pass was created. We never got the pre-book option.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't know who listens to this podcast, okay? I know some kind of tech nerd up in the Disney world that talks to both coasts, okay? Let's be unified in one thing. In the year 2024, let's be unified on one thing, and that's making sure that Disney World and Disneyland's apps run very similarly when it comes to lightning lanes. That's all I ask for, because it's going to help me so much when I'm trying to go over there for D23.
And it's funny because up until the changes, it's completely really the same. It is really the same. Like I would go on, right. I used it for Epcot, and it was the same as when I used it for DCA or Disneyland. It was, and now it might look a little different with the pre-bookings. So we'll see.
See, that explains why so many Disneyland people were so confused on some of our other friends' videos that they've been talking about these things. And I was just like, what do you mean these people are confused? I don't understand why they're confused. And then it makes sense. They're all California Disneyland people.
Yeah. Because now we're going to be even more like, differentiated, distinct with the lightning lanes. Yeah, that's what's happening. But, so we got no changes except a name change, y'all, on the West Coast, just to clarify.
Until Danielle throws a hissy fit enough that it gets changed again. I'm just saying.
In those meetings, Danielle, let us know.
Slowly, I'll do some what is it? I'll just start whispering like mental suggestions,
subliminal messaging. Right?
Subliminal messaging. That's it. As people are walking by that I think have the power to do stuff, I'd be like, Disneyland Lightning Lane. I'll do the Disneyland Lightning Lane.
Pre-book.
Make it the similar as Walt Disney World, and just put it in the middle of like a long email I'm having to send. Just like have it in the middle of stuff. That'd be so
what
funny.
you do, right? You grab people's phones and then you just put it in their their search bars, so that's in their histories.
Like what the fiancés do to Syrian
to hint at
the wedding
rings. Yeah.
14 karat.
Yes. That's how you get the hints in there subtly.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Big plans, people. Big plans. Well, I'll start working on it. Anytime a phone is turned into Lost and Found, I'll pick it up and just be like, this is what we want.
Yep. Oh, man. Okay, well, on to some better news, which I am very happy about. Disney's Inside Out 2 is the first billion-dollar movie of 2024, and it is the highest grossing animated film since, I believe it was Super Mario Bros. Super Mario. And it's, what can I say about this film? It's just so good. I'm going to go see it again. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. Danielle, did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Danielle, I can't even talk.
I know.
It's okay. That just means we can save it for next episode because you're going to go see it in a week, right? Right?
Maybe if I have time, I just haven't had the chance to go to the movies, y'all.
You know what? That's fair.
I'm shocked you've had time.
It's fine. I know. I can't believe I had time. That's fair, Danielle, because I still haven't seen The Rocketeer. Chris is not here, so I can say that out loud. Still haven't watched it, but go see Inside Out 2, please. It is so good, and so it's so hard to describe because it hits home for me because I relate to Riley so much in the film. And I wish I had this kind of messaging when I was a kid, just because, it tackles anxiety, self-identity, mental health. But it's really well done. And there's good humor in it.
That's good.
So I think you're really going to like it, but I'm really happy for it.
I've talked about Inside Out so much in our songs and soundtracks, all these other previous episodes. I know some people are probably listening and being like, Danielle, the audacity. How dare you? Calm down, y'all. I'll get to it eventually.
She'll get there. She's busy.
Job. It's fine.
Yeah. Adam in the chat says, Megan, go see Rocketeer. Adam, I know. I could open up a tab right now and start watching Rocketeer. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry. I'm getting on it.
Maybe
I don't have to go see it. I can sit right here and see it. I think we do.
We'll just have to turn on a live watch party in the Discord. I think there's a way of doing that. And then that'll be our movie, is that we watch The Rocketeer. That might be an idea.
That's actually a really good idea.
Make a note.
Danielle.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. Is The Rocketeer, maybe it could be a 4th of July if I put a theme to it, because we got the 4th of July. As we're recording this, guys, a couple of days before 4th of July. This could be my 4th of July theme. And I think after a couple beers, I can watch it. It'd be just fine.
I think
No,
you
I
would
am
do
going to
it.
watch it. I am going to watch The Rocketeer, and I'm going to make Chris proud. And the next trivia game that he puts me on the spot, I'm going to know so much. I'm going to just surprise him with all my Rocketeer knowledge.
This means nothing to you if you haven't listened to the previous season, y'all. So you have to go back through and listen to it.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was put on the spot about not seeing The Rocketeer, and I was actually given a time limit and then put on the spot again. So, still haven't done it. This is a Disney film that's on Disney Plus, by the way. Everybody, it's from the 90s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, 90s. Big promotion at MGM during the
Yes.
opening years of MGM Studios. So
And I
it
see
would be
pictures of that.
90s. It was like, what, 89?
I think it said 91 or something on Wikipedia when I looked it up and tried to cheat on the trivia question quiz that Chris made for us.
Chris is so angry. Just inserting disappointed noises right here in the episode when he's going back
Sorry.
and editing it later.
I know, we're like, what? Sorry, Chris. Apologies as you're
Well,
listening to
moving
this.
on.
Anyway, yay for Inside Out 2, and I'm going to go see it again while Danielle watches it for the first time.
Yes. And we have one more piece of Disney news for y'all. And I don't know if Megan, if you've seen it. Maybe it's because
I haven't seen it.
Our sister show, Theater Countdown. But this one is special to us because Hercules the musical originally was performing over in Germany. Like they got their version.
Yes.
Hearing-
Yes, I did.
I've seen a couple of videos of the German cast performing it, and hearing, I won't say I'm in love being sung in German. I love it, and yet I'm frightened of it at the exact same time. It was fantastic.
German is a beautifully harsh language. So that makes sense.
That is a great way of putting it, Megan. To
Yeah,
our German
yeah.
listeners, I love you, but I'm scared loved you at the same time. You know,
It's a
thing.
fascinating language, really. Like I would never know what you're
It
saying.
really is.
And but yes, it sounds a bit angry sometimes, but it's still I would love to hear it sung, like Hercules song sung in German. I have not heard it yet, so
Yeah.
I got to look it up.
I'll send you a couple videos I found on TikTok. But the Hercules
Oh, yeah, please do.
musical is going to be coming to the West End, so it'll be over on the UK side.
London.
Here
Yay.
very soon.
Yay, that's exciting. Oh my gosh, maybe a trip to London is in the future. That would be really cool.
Oh no, we
I'd
got to
love
go
to
to
do that.
London and to Disneyland Paris. Oh no.
Shoot, twist my arm, why don't you? Oh man, shoot.
Hey,
Two birds, one stone?
Isn't the treasure going to be a transatlantic cruise? Can we make that happen, please?
Don't you go to Europe with the treasure?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, that's really cool though. That's very exciting. I would love to see it. Hercules. I mean, we've talked about it on the show in a few different episodes, but I love that film so much. It's part of my childhood. The soundtrack's amazing.
Mhm.
So that is really cool. Big fan. Well, I hope it comes over
I hope
here.
Right.
Mhm.
So hopefully our siblings show Theater Countdown, maybe they'll talk about it here as it gets closer to performing on the West End. More content to come. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, that about does it for our Disney news, at least what we have for you this week. Again, during our break, there's a lot of stuff that happens, so that about covers the big items. But now, Danielle,
Yes.
are you ready to play our little game? Just a little one.
Yes. Just a little
Okay.
one because
Just a baby one.
We've talked so much in the beginning of this episode, and Chris is not able to be here for this first recording episode. We're so sorry, Chris. We know that you're editing this right now, but we will have you back in another episode. So in the meantime, we're just going to do a quick little round of Wheel of Destiny, and then we will go ahead and jump into our countdown.
We have our producer, Danny, to help us spin the Wheel of Destiny so we can talk about what we think is underrated, overrated, or perfectly rated. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right.
is the plan. I'm excited. Happy season 4 premiere, y'all.
Woo!
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank
Who would
you.
have thought? Who would have thought, a couple years ago that when we started this little Disney countdown show that we'd be in season 4, we'd have these incredible, hosts and Megan and Danielle taking over the show. So very grateful and excited for the future of the show. But I'm going to bring up the Wheel of Destiny for you to see here. We've added some new items since the last time we chatted. So get excited, everybody. All right. Let's have Danielle. Why don't you spit? Well, that's the wrong wheel. Hold on. Let me get to the right one. That one, we're going to give away another prize if we spin that one. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. We see the
We see the right one
on the
if
screen.
it's
Wow.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it
no.
went away on my screen.
Ah,
That's because we can see it.
we
Hold on.
we
Where
see
the
it.
heck did it go?
Oh,
You
It's
see
no.
over
it?
here in cyberspace. I
Yeah,
can see it.
it's spinning. Not like you
Guys,
clicked
this
it,
is
but
the weirdest. This is the weirdest thing. So that wheel is spinning somewhere in a window on my computer, but I can't find the window.
oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay. Would you like to
So
close
when
out
I
again?
so when I click, this is so crazy. Wait, I found it.
Hey.
We are okay. That's how you know I'm 41. All right. It's in those moments where I'm like, God, I sound like my father. All right, Megan, or who's spinning the wheel? You
I'm
tell
spinning
me.
the wheel.
Danielle's
don't
gonna
take
go
away my
first.
spin. I'm gonna do it first. Ready?
She's-
And spin and spin.
Ooh, I like the sound effects too.
Mhm.
There we go. Ooh,
Oh.
Rise of the Resistance.
Okay, y'all. It landed on Rise of the Resistance, and I will say that this attraction is perfectly rated. If you listen to some of our ride episodes, I have talked about this one a lot, and I'm not even like a biggest Star Wars fan. However, the story immersion and just you going through this entire attraction is amazing, top tier, and it's fantastic all the way around.
I fully agree. It is perfectly rated. I think even the non-Star Wars fans are going to go into this, if they were going for the first time, be like, wow, that is wild. Like, it's unlike any attraction there's out there. Star Wars fans, man, they all love it, and for good reason. We all love it. Just the fact that they made that giant room with all the stormtroopers as a walkthrough room, like,
So
I
cool.
want to live there. Excuse me. I like can bear. They have to yell me out. Like, please keep moving every time I go there. So I love Rise of Resistance. It is perfectly rated. She's a little bit temperamental. Okay. She is a very intricate attraction. She's a 15-minute long experience. So I get it. But when you're able to get through it with like no problems, oh man, it's a time. Even with B mode on some of the things, for those of you who don't know, there are some parts of the attraction that might not work right at the time. And so that's what we call B mode. Like, for example, the Kylo Ren animatronic towards the end when the thing flies into the ship and he gets sucked out. That goes down quite a bit. So they show the screen version of that where he's in the ship and he's going to like blast you and something. And then all of a sudden, all that happens. So even when that happens, it's still a great attraction. I love it. So perfectly rated for Rise. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then C mode is where he jumps off the platform and comes attacks you in your
Yes, it's an actual
car.
person.
That's my favorite mode. Yeah.
Like, they get a cast member to go play him, and he actually runs towards you. No.
That'd be
would
hilarious.
amazing. I have a question. Is that the most pre-shows that exists on a Disneyland or Disney World attraction?
Okay. So here's the thing, and
technically
we
like 4 or 5 pre-shows, right?
right, and we discussed this. To me, a pre-show is similar to a backstory, or like, this is happening now. You have to go fix this. To me, the Rise is a different category because the experience starts. And again, I think we discussed this in the Cues episode with Disney Dan.
Mhm.
Rise of the Resistance starts at the Rey scene with BB-8. It's hard for me to call that a
technically
pre-show.
not be a pre-show.
To me, yes, some people would call that a pre-show. And then the ride begins in the ship with my God, I always forget his name. Oh my gosh, Beck, Lieutenant Beck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
interesting. So then what would you consider like at Epcot on Guardians? Like, are
That's a
those
pre-show.
2 rooms? That's a pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
So then the BB-8 moment is a pre-show, but the second you get on a ship, now you're in the attraction.
I guess you're right.
Yes.
I guess I consider like the Rey.
Well, no. I would actually
Transmission.
consider that it's part of the attraction. Once you're
Mhm.
like on the ship with Lieutenant Beck, only because you are
Moving.
fully immersed into the story at that point. So
Mhm.
without, okay, hold on, I'm trying to get into.
But
my-
here's, I know. See, then I feel like I'm contradicting myself because it's the exact same thing as Rocket in Guardians Mission Breakout. Like, that's an animatronic, right? Like, similar to BB-8. So, and there's
Right.
something playing on the screen as well, like there, but Rey is a transmission. She's not on like a TV screen. However, there's also screens with Poe and Beck. So I don't know. But I personally think the experience starts, and I wouldn't count it as a pre-show with Rey on Rise of the Resistance.
Maybe
But what
it's
about
the
sorry, go on,
difference of
Danielle.
leading up into the story? Like, because if the cue is telling you what you're going to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but by the time you're in the ship with Lieutenant Beck, you're already into the middle of the story. Where when you're going on Flight of Passage, there's all the little pre-show rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider you part of the story yet. They're still telling you what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's definitely different from Flight of Passage and from Cosmic Rewind to me. It's just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So interesting, because I consider those all to be like pre-show moments.
And that's
very
totally
similar,
fair.
like-
totally fair.
Yeah.
Are you
Well, I
are
think
you
we
a
can
Star
all
Wars fan,
agree.
Danny? Danny, I feel like
Oh,
do you
no,
watch Star
not at
Wars?
all.
I know you're
No,
not a Star Wars.
no.
You're not a Star Wars person.
What?
So
I love that I'm like hard line on like this is all pre-show, but like I'm not bought in on Star Wars. Like, at
well,
all.
maybe that's why you think it's pre-show.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of Star Wars people would be like, no, this is where the attraction begins. If you're a
Yeah.
Star Wars fan, I don't know. Different perspectives for
You know
sure.
what? We're going to pose this as a question that's going to be posted in the Discord. Okay. Like, we're just going to go ahead and post that in there here when this episode drops. And that's going to be the question for the episode is, do we consider, what room do you consider Rise of Resistance to be the beginning of the queue and end of the queue? Does that make
Please,
sense?
yes. Please, if you're screaming at us right now, like, no, it's a pre-show, dummies, then you could please answer the poll. And I would love to see some people's opinions on that.
Yes.
I'm sure the one person they're calling a dummy is me because I don't like Star Wars.
No,
Um,
it's okay. Everyone's got their thing.
that'll be the
Star
poll.
Wars
That'll be the
nerds. You
poll
don't
on
know.
Spotify. Is Danny a
Do you-
dummy? No.
Okay, there's a difference between not watching it and not liking it. Do you not like it? Or is it like just you haven't watched it?
Here's the thing.
Oh, God.
Here's the,
You choose your words very carefully for our audience, Danny.
I am being very. Here's the. I just. It just never connected with me. I feel like some people grew up with Star Wars in their lives, right? Like,
Yes, it's true.
their parents were into Star Wars and they introduced them to it at a very young age. I just didn't come from one of those families. Like my first Star Wars experience ever was it was a Phantom Menace, which is technically what episode 1, right?
Mhm,
With Jar Jar Binks and all that. And I saw it in the
Yep.
theaters and I was like, all right.
I think everyone said that, even those who
Yeah.
did watch the 4 through 6.
I thought Jar Jar
All right.
Binks was hysterical. Like I was like,
Now we
all right.
appreciate it for what it is, but back then
Yeah.
it was a different
Like,
story. Anyway, continue.
I've gone back and watched like the original 3 and I'm like, amazing cinematography for the time. Appreciate the storytelling. But it just wasn't
Right.
one of those stories
Right.
that I wasn't, it just didn't connect with me. Like I walked through Galaxy's Edge and I'm like, well, that's like a really cool paint job they did on that building over there. But like it doesn't, but it doesn't
looks
have
at the
like a
mountains off in
personal
the background.
connection.
Forgets he's in
What a cool
Disneyland,
flat
and he's like,
ship
I
they
like
have.
that boulder.
Yeah.
That's a nice boulder. Like,
Right.
it was full on DreamWorks.
But you know, it's sort of like, so when I got the Star Wars thing when I went to Diagon Alley for the first time in Orlando, because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And I was like, oh, I get what Galaxy's Edge means to people now. But this is not about me. This is about you all and spinning the wheel of destiny. Let's get back to it. I think we can do one
yes.
more spin this
One more
episode.
time.
Yeah.
Here we go. My spin. My
Here we
turn.
go.
I'm ready. Spin. It sounds like a bunch of ping pong balls in a
That's
jar.
what I just thought.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Hey, that's maniacal.
Talked
What
about
does
this
that
in an
mean?
episode yet?
The
Don't hate on my
parade,
parade.
the parade that will not die. The Main Street Electrical Parade. She's been around for years and years, and oh man, is she. You know what? Now that I'm thinking out loud again, I feel
Okay.
like she might be perfectly rated because everybody knows that this parade makes a return almost like once every 3 years or something like that on either coast, right? So either world or land.
Mhm.
And she just, I guess she will not die because they always want to add something new. Usually, for the last one, they had the Small World. Oh my gosh, Danielle, help me out here. What's her name?
Mary Blair.
Thank you, Mary Blair float, which was absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I mean, all of the they had like Moana, they had Miguel, and I think oh my gosh, I'm like drawing a blank. I think they had Encanto on there too.
Was on there. Hercules
Pocahontas.
was on there.
Yes, so really really cool tribute to her, and but as far as like the rest of it goes, she's there. She is entertainment. And I do love that one part I do love about the parade is Elliot and Pete's dragon. I think that's a really fun part. Everything else I could do without. There are so many big fans of this parade. I get it. I understand. She's nostalgic. The song is nostalgic. I would much rather see a reincarnation of light magic, which only happened one summer in 1997. And yeah, that's what I would prefer over the next reoccurrence of Main Street Electrical Parade. But I'm going to say for that reason, she's perfectly rated. Just because there's an understanding of her.
Right. And I would totally agree with you, Megan. I would say, similar lines that you're going under. Perfectly rated for the parade itself, how it is. The technology that she is and how long she has withstood the test of time.
Right.
I will say, though, that the fans of this show are overrated, kind of similar to the Tinkerbell scenario, right? In that if you say one thing bad about this show, it's like somebody comes out of the woodwork and is just like you're sitting on the couch, right? Me and you, Megan, we're sitting on the couch and we're talking about Main Street Electrical Parade, and one of us says, "Yeah, but I really don't like this scene." Then that fan comes up on the other side of the couch and is just like,
right?
Well, I have an opinion about it, and you are wrong. That's how we feel like sometimes.
It's the sound on TikTok. Are you guys talking about Marie Antoinette? I got something to say about that. Yeah, it's that.
Exactly just like that. Yes.
Yeah, I totally get it. And a dear friend of ours, and speaking of dear and darling, Billy Davis absolutely loves the Main Street Electrical Parade. And she is very, very passionate about that. Does not enjoy Magic Happens, which is beyond me. I think Magic Happens is great. But and I listen, it's as we were just discussing, if you got your thing and you love that about Disney, I am so for that. I will not be sticking around to watch the Main Street Electrical Parade, even if it comes back for the 1,000th time. Sorry, I'm not going to watch it. I will pass by it, listen to the music, be like, oh, that's cute for 5 seconds, and then be like, I'm going to GCA. Bye. So that's just my opinion on it. But that's why I think it's perfectly rated. It has its diehard fans, and then you got the people that are like, why are you bringing this back again? So it's just a mutual understanding of the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yeah.
It's a generational thing.
It's totally a generational
Main Street
thing.
Electrical Parade is the Nutella waffle. Like, okay, we're going to create this comparison. It is the Nutella waffle in the sense of that Disney knows if they take it away, and especially this parade, and they replace it with something that is a Mickey waffle, there will be
uproar.
Even more rioting in the streets besides me and Cole standing outside crying on a trash can.
100%. 100%. It's like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's crazy. It's out there. Why would you ride it? It's weird, but it's nostalgic.
Touch it.
Do not touch it. Exactly. Yes. You have this insane passion, all these fans that are so passionate about it. So do not touch it. Keep bringing it back. We can just walk. We can adventure elsewhere in the park. It's fine. We don't have to listen to the music. Let's go to Space Mountain, So
I think this needs to be our poll topic for this episode.
Yes.
Main Street Electrical Parade, overrated, underrated. Perfect.
No, we have two now, Danny.
I think so polarizing though.
This is more polarizing, 100%. Yeah.
I don't want us to get canceled over on the Spotify. At least we can control it over in the Discord. Like, leave it over there.
You know what it is? I just want some redemption for Main Street Electrical Parade because I grew up watching that parade, and I am one of those people that every time I hear that bum bada bum bada bum bada bada bada, like I get the biggest smile on my face when I see that first float coming down the street, and I took my kids to see it, and it is my childhood. It's my childhood.
Totally
parade.
Get it. Totally get it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why it's perfectly rated. But it's the toxic fans that make it overrated.
It's
Would you
it's
consider
the
me to be a
same-
toxic fan?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. Okay.
No, toxic.
Well, you
fans
haven't
are
seen
the
my
ones
car.
that immediately tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah,
And
that
they
immediately
won't
tell
give,
you
like,
you're
a good
wrong.
explanation like you did.
Okay. Fair
Anyone
enough.
who says that
Well-
an opinion can be wrong doesn't know what they're talking about. Sorry, I'm just gonna say that an opinion is an opinion. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Opinions are not facts. They are just
Right.
feelings, and feelings are
Right.
not facts.
Yes.
But anyway, before we turn this into philosophical countdown 2024, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for having me here. What the poll question will be remains to be seen. But congrats on the start of season 4. Excited for all the magic you guys are going to create this season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. Well, that was super fun. Thank you, Danny. We had a lot of good discussions on the Wheel of Destiny this time around. So I think
we tried to cut it down so that we only did 2 spins and try to save time. But I feel like
it was longer than our.
Chewy's right there.
I know it was longer than our normal games for sure. Yeah. Oops. It's okay.
Chris isn't here to help keep us on track. It's fine.
It's
He'll
also-
be back
it's-
for the next episode.
I know. It's also what happens when we were gone for so long. We have so many things to talk about. It's just when you have a month break, everything's just built up. And you just want to, it's like word vomit of Mean Girls, you know? But that leads us into our countdown for this episode, which is our top 5 Disney parks attractions that we would like to see as movies. So I'm really excited for this, Danielle, and I'm very passionate about my list that I have right here.
Okay. So, okay. I have a list, right? And it was so extreme, it got removed out of the sloth binder. Okay. That's how extreme this list is. But there were a couple little extra special mentions that I just want to say off real quick that I wish had spin-offs based on the attraction, even though they are already pre-existing IPs.
Okay, that's fair.
For example, I would love to see Star Tours as a Star Wars episode on Disney Plus.
Love that. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So even though
having a Star
the ride
Tours
is inspired, you're right.
Yeah.
So even though the ride is already inspired by Star Wars, I want your episodes to be inspired by like little mini-sodes of you going on all these different adventures, or it's like one of those interactive series where you have to click what happens next in your tour and every outcome's different.
Yes. Love that. Yeah.
Right.
Agreed. I think that'd be really cool. Lucasfilm.
And then my
Hello.
only right, if you guys do that over here, over there Disney Plus, I require credit. Hashtag the Dapper Danielle. Thank you. And my only other one was Tower of Terror, because technically it does have a movie, but
It does. Are they making another one? They're making another one.
Was that confirmed?
Was that rumored? No, I don't know if it's confirmed.
I think that
It
was rumored. And then they started working on the Club 33 movie.
Oh, was that like a switch that they did? I didn't even think about that.
That was something that was rumored pre-COVID, and then all those ideas got cut. It could always come back, but
Okay. I fully endorse a new Tower of Terror movie, like a reboot, remake, what have you. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So those
Love
were,
that.
those
Well, thank
were my
you
two
for the honorable
little point
mentions.
notes before we
Yes.
got into our actual list.
Okay.
And again, y'all, these cannot be already turned into movies. For example, like Pirates of the Caribbean has been turned
Haunted
into a
Mansion.
movie. Those can't be on this list.
Mm-hmm. Indiana Jones, which came from a movie, by the
Right.
way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep. Yes. All right. Okay. Do you want me to start us off, Danielle?
Right, because I went on my little tangent right there with Star Tours
Okay.
and Tower of Terror. So you go ahead and start us off with number 5. So
Okay.
again, y'all, this is only a 5 through 1 countdown because part 2 of this is going to be
Is
movies,
the flip-flop.
2 attractions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so my number 5 is going to be my favorite attraction in Disneyland, Space Mountain. There's a reason this is at number 5. I have no idea how they're going to make this into a movie. I'm thinking it's a space adventure journey. There happens to be there's a lot of obviously stuff that goes wrong. There's turbulence in the Milky Way. I don't know how they would do that. It's just a space movie. I just feel like I know they already did a Tomorrowland movie, keep in mind, y'all. But Space Mountain in particular, I want to see I like good space movies like Interstellar, you know? And I think it'd be cool to figure that one out. It's also my favorite ride. What? Yes?
My number 5 is also Space Mountain.
Stop it. Well,
Starting right off the bat in season 4 with
let's go
a matching list. A good one. Good job, Megan. Good job.
Hey.
Okay. I was in the same boat too, and that's why I don't think it went up higher in my list. And I don't like Space Mountain. I love the theming though. I love the concept of it. And but the reason why it's at number 5 for me was I pictured it being like the opening of like an old timey 1950s B movie, right? And you have like some kind of guy, maybe he's called Paging Mr. Morrow or Mr. Morrow, right? And then he gets like something happens on the movie set in the 1950s in this B movie with the swamp alien monster or something like that he gets transported into space, and like the spaceship looks like Space Mountain. That's kind of where my mind went with that idea.
I like that. Okay. It's better than whatever I had in my head. So let's roll with that. Yeah. It's again, ideas being thrown at you, Disney, do with them what you will. But Space Mountain would be you could do it. It's possible. Whatever story you use, I don't know. But it is possible. And I do love that ride, y'all. It is my favorite ride at Disneyland. So I just thought it'd be fun to see as a movie. But yeah. Yay, we matched up already. What a great, a great intro to season 4.
For the rest of the episode.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Here's my next one. Oh, okay. Danielle, I think you're gonna like this one. My number 4 is Country Bear Jamboree.
But it has a movie.
Does it really?
Yes.
When? Where?
Girl, Megan.
Help me. Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Girl, okay. The reason why you don't know this is because
I don't know this because I'm not a Country Bear person. Oh.
No, we just don't talk about this movie.
So
the film
I even looked it up. Oh my god.
It came out in 2002. Do you see this picture? It's not focusing. Hold on.
Oh, the Country Bears. Oh, I know that one. Wait. Is that so? That is based on the ride. Okay, I didn't know that was based on the ride or the
That's because
attraction.
These bears look nothing like their animatronic versions, and their storylines don't actually match very well with with the Country Bears. And it was such a flop in the box office that even the Country Bears
I saw
fans
it
for the attractions.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I saw it.
You don't associate it with the ride or the attraction.
Wikipedia doesn't even associate it with the ride. That's why I literally looked it up to make sure that it was not a TV show or a movie, and it didn't say anything about it. I thought that I thought that was a completely separate thing that they did. So my bad, everybody. Okay.
No, but we will still count it only because that's something that I wish was different too.
Okay. I mean, let's see it done better, I guess. Let's see it done well.
Yes.
But I just thought it'd be a really cute idea. And ever since I would probably be based on the older version of Country Bear Jamboree, not the one that's about to come out. Yeah, that was I just thought it'd be really cute. So
I always wanted it to be like an animated movie, not a live action movie.
Animated would be good.
Because it'd be so cute, and they're just singing country songs. I don't know. I think you would see a little more like expression in the animated versions of the bears versus live action. That's just my thought.
I agree. Well, yeah, because those costumes can be really like stiff. You can't really see, a lot of the facial expressions on them. So I get that. Okay, well, there's my number 4 that I kind of messed up. But yeah, what's your number 4, Danielle?
No, I say it counts because the first movie was that bad that we want to redo. That's why it's on our list.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay, my number 4. This one kind of falls under your kind of like how Country Bears does for you, Megan. Okay, you need to tell me if this one can be counted on our list. I would love for Fantasmic to be an animated movie.
Not
so make it kind of like
the
right. So like Mickey Mouse, kind of more like along the lines of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, or not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but House of Mouse, where it's
House
like
of Mouse,
the
yeah.
ultimate collaboration of all these different things, but you're following the storyline of going into Mickey's adventures, and all these cameos happen of all these villains and trying to get into his nightmares. I think that would be such a cool Mickey short, or Mickey, like maybe it's like a 30-minute episode instead of a full movie. I think that would be pretty cool.
I agree. I think that is a very good idea. It would be definitely a different story than Fantasia, than I'm trying to think of like the D100 episode, the where they had all the characters in it. It was like a
Right.
for the Disney
Once
100
Upon a
celebration. Once Upon a Studio. Thank you. It'd be different than that. It would be actually follow the actual story of Fantasmic, which is going Mickey's dreams. You know, then the villains come in, turn it into a nightmare. Yeah, that would be very cool. Love that.
Right? Kind of almost in a weird way giving like Kingdom Hearts vibes from the video games.
Very
like,
Kingdom Hearts.
Something along those lines.
I think that's a good.
That kind of fell into the IP already existed, and that's what made Fantasmic. But I want to see an animated version of the Fantasmic show. Like put it into Mickey canon, if that makes sense.
Totally. Yeah. No, I get it. Yep. Okay. I like that one. Very nice. That one did not come to my head creating this list. So well done. Yay. All right. We're on number 3. Oh, okay. I would love to see Grizzly River Run. I want to see a wilderness, water rapids, give me adventure. Like it could be a sport movie. It could be sporting, like not an actual like raft that you're just in. It's like, you know, you got either kayaking or canoeing, something like that, where it's a rapids movie. And there's obviously like a Bear Mountain somewhere. But yeah, as much as I don't love this ride because I just don't like getting all that wet on rides anymore, I think it'd be a fun concept to turn into a film. So, and it's one of the only rides in DCA that has not been touched or turned into Disney IP or like a, you know, like a movie or anything.
So you're kind of thinking along the lines of like one of those early 2000s Disney sport movies, but make it
like Cool Runnings, water rapids. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like the next Disney Channel original movie. Like that. I like that idea.
Total decom. Yeah. Very much a decom idea. Like Brink.
Right. That's a good one.
Thanks.
All right. Well, my number 3, weirdly enough, falls under that same idea, but it's not like Cali River Rapids. I don't love Cali River Rapids, but I do like, out of the two, I do like Grizzly more. But I was thinking after my last trip to Typhoon Lagoon, I would love to see a Typhoon Lagoon and or like Mayday Falls, one of the like water rapids themes. Mayday Falls kind of ties in the storyline of Society of Explorers and Adventurers, and but to have Typhoon Lagoon, like the events of like the giant massive hurricane and like the boat getting stranded, Typhoon Tilly on top of the mountain, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. That would be awesome. Love that. And I love Typhoon Lagoon and all the attractions there. So yeah, that's a really good one. Very good idea.
Right? Almost giving like Gilligan's Island vibes, but
totally
Typhoon Lagoon inspired.
Yes. Oh man, if we could like recreate something like that from, I don't even know when that was made, but that'd be cool. I don't think anything like that's been done. Most of the island stuff is a horror movie these days, so it's something like a little bit more adventurous and lighter.
Right, a goofy comedy adventure is more what I'm looking for. Not a horror adventure. I want a comedy adventure.
I love that. Oh, very well done. That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, all right. Number 2 for me is gonna be Expedition Everest. Like one of the best themes that Disney has ever created for a ride, and I believe it's the last non-IP attraction that was ever made. Right? That's not based on like a movie or a TV show or anything. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Because Mission Space came before
what we discussed in
Everest.
In the live
that was in our
stream,
virtual hang. Yes.
In our virtual hang, yes.
Yep. And so I think it would be cool to actually see, the Expedition Everest Yeti come to life on a big screen, an actual, you know, yeah, an expedition in Everest or on Everest, searching for the Yeti. Yeah, I just thought that'd be cool. And I love that ride so much. I love the queue. I think that made my list at some point. But yeah, so that was my idea for another adventures. I'm all about the adventurous movies. So I thought that'd be a cool idea.
I feel like, of course, you would have to include, because are you in a mine car when you're going up Expedition Everest? Is that what that is?
Is that what you're in?
Or is it just
maybe.
Is it just the like Tibetan train?
I think it's a train because it has the little there's smoke coming out of it towards the end, and it makes a little noise. I think when you arrive at the station. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then wouldn't it be cool to have like a cameo sequence of like you're running away from the Yeti, but you're on this mountain or like this train, like trying to go through, and like an avalanche is coming down and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. So there it is. Everest. She's on the list.
That's a pretty good one. That almost made my list. That was kind of tied for number 5 for me because I don't like the attraction. So, but Space Mountain did win out for me.
Gotcha.
But my number 2. Okay, this one, it's going to be Dinosaur. Even though. But that's the thing, is that when it was Journey to Extinction or Countdown to Extinction, the reference to the dinosaur movie was not in there. Right.
Okay.
And
got it.
The dinosaur little tidbit was added a couple years later. And it's only talked about a little bit, like reference to the one character, but that's not the whole storylining of what you're doing.
Right.
It's not this like tie in the idea of Dino Land and like Chester and Hester's and the whole idea of the university coming in, but they would refuse to resell their land, and then somebody goes traveling back in time and all this other stuff. That's kind of more what I was going with the dinosaur concept. So more Dino Land inspired.
Dino Land. Got it. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yes. I did watch Dinosaur in theaters back in the day. Haven't seen it in a very long time. But I know they only used the Iguanodon. Yeah.
Yes, the Iguanodon. But those weird McDonald's sippy cups where they have the dinosaur heads on top, or the puppets, the little hand puppets that were like part of the McDonald's.
I had those. Oh yeah.
Vivid memories.
Good times. Yeah, with the Carnosaurus or something like that. Whoever the bad guy is, the bad dinosaur.
Oh yes. The bad dinosaur. That's why I called him the bad dinosaur. I didn't like him.
He's a bad dinosaur. He's the one that scares you in that ride for sure. Okay, nice, very nice. Well, we are down to our number 1, our first countdown of season 4. Thank you all again so much for listening. We are so happy to be back. Coming at you with another episode next week. We're just gonna flip this list and do the IPs, our favorite Disney IPs that we love as attractions. So that'll be next week. But we appreciate you listening in, and let's get into it. Our number 1, my number 1, is going to be Matterhorn. Similar to Expedition Everest, I would love to see a Matterhorn movie. Walt Disney loved Matterhorn Mountain so much. That's why it's at Disneyland. And I'm shocked to this day why it has not been turned into a movie. And I think quite possibly down the line it will. But we need a Yeti movie, and I think Matterhorn would be the one to go with. So that's my my choice for number 1 pick.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I did not think that was gonna be your number 1 pick, but I am happy that you picked that one. It's very on brand for you, because I thought you were gonna pick my number 1 also.
Oh, okay. What's your number 1?
Big Thunder Mountain.
Okay. So yes. Okay. And Danielle, I was actually very shocked that I couldn't fit that in my list. It would, obviously, if I knew about Country Bear Jamboree, it probably would have taken its place, or I would have swapped space in Big Thunder. For some reason, I have actually genuinely thought about Big Thunder becoming a movie, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm like, how would they do that? How would just that they would have Bryce Canyon as the scenery in this movie? Like, how would they make it? Obviously, it would be a Western, but who watches Westerns anymore? You know what I mean? Like, is that so 50s or something? I don't know.
I mean, This would be another reference to Society of Explorers Adventures, right?
Okay.
Because it's all about this, that whole storylining is all about a gold baron digging through the mines, and the mines are haunted. So this would kind of be more of like the,
I was going to say
more
Paris.
Haunted Mansion vibes.
Paris, they
Yes.
could do a Thunder and Phantom Manor combination and turn it into a movie. 100%. Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
Those stories are tied. Yeah. And
They
I
are
fully
tied.
agree. Why didn't I think about that? Dang it. Okay. Sorry. That's my number 6, everybody. Because that is a cool storyline in itself that they literally made that for Paris, for Disneyland Paris, that those two rides storylines are intertwined. And so making it a movie would make so much sense. Yeah.
Right. And honestly, like there's tidbits to that in Disney World's storytelling and in Disneyland storytelling, like in the queue and when you're heading out of the attraction and in the attraction, just Disneyland Paris really got to expound upon that and connect that whole land and area because their Haunted Mansion or Phantom Manor is located in their frontier land. So it made sense.
Yes. Yes.
So I would say yes, that's more along the lines of what I was thinking. But I like the idea of the Matterhorn too, and I know the Matterhorn cast members would also greatly agree with you.
Yeah, it'd be like a fun, little not Nordic, but I mean we're we're on an Elsurf route. Like it'd be kind of in that little region. That's hence why they thought that like Matterhorn was going to turn into a Frozen ride. Yeah, that's not happening.
Brianna
I just
in the
think
chat, she actually came up with a great idea, and Brianna said, what if they did an Indiana Jones type movie with Everest, Matterhorn, and Big Thunder? So it's kind of like
all the
one
mountains,
central character going through all these different things.
That would be cool. And exactly, having a central adventurer character, kind of like Indiana Jones, would be a great idea. Nice, Brianna.
But it wouldn't be Indy. It would have to be some other kind of exclusive character that somehow connects all of them. Maybe a member of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. That'd be pretty cool.
I agree. Yes. Oh, yay. That's awesome. Okay. I love our number 1 picks. I love that there was some contrast. We started off with a similar one or the same one, but ended up having some contrast, which I love. Yay. And Brianna also says that Tiki Room would also be in her list too. So
that made my list also. That almost was there. That one was labeled at number 7, but that would be a rant for another time.
So close. Yes. A bonus episode 1 for sure. Oh, this was fun. I like this one to start off our season 4.
That's right. And y'all, we did chat a lot in this episode. I know this is going to be a longer one for you to listen to, but if you listened all the way through this episode, thank you so much for sticking around. And again, bearing with us till the bare end. And we can't wait for you guys to continue listening into this season. We have some special guests, some special announcements. A lot is going to be going on, but this is our way to go ahead and get us started into season 4. So thank you again for being with us.
Yes, thank you guys. We appreciate it. And until we see you next time, have a very magical day.
And night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight.
Huzzah!
Number 4 episode, season 4, episode 1 is in the books.
Woo! To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.